Hi, Jeremy Lowe with Service Fusion Business Academy. I want to talk to you today about why calculating your break-even in service is so crucial. If I were to hand you a gallon of milk without telling you the cost and told you to make a 20% profit on it, how could you? You have to know the cost to come up with the correct profit. Today, many service companies set their service rates based on the competitors in the market, wanting to be in the average, or they say, well, this is the rate I picked because it just feels right. But let me tell you something. That's not based in reality of what it really costs to run a service department. Well, wait a minute, Jeremy, I'm doing okay. I'm profitable. What? The 6% average? Maybe 10%? What if it could be double that? What if one department in your company is propping up another department and you have no idea because all you're looking at is the bottom line of the entire company? Now, that may not sound like a big issue because, hey, I am making profit and you might be profitable in your company, but you might also be losing money in service while replacement is holding you up. This in turn could lead to some very bad decisions, such as recently, with the hot temperatures we were having, many companies were scrambling to add service techs. That in turn created a lot of cash flow crunches in some cases because, simply, service was not profitable even to begin with. Add more techs, add more overhead. All it did was dig in to the replacement profit. You need to know your service department break-even rate to make it not the necessary evil that some people refer to service work as, but rather to make it one of the most profitable departments in your entire company. To do that requires something called departmentalization and overhead allocation. Now, most income statements are departmentalized with revenue. Service made this, replacement that, new construction this. But few have their overhead correctly allocated to their department that generated it, which means very few service companies know their true hourly break-even. As I said, labor drives overhead. People take people to manage. People managing people need tools and equipment to do that. Vehicles, computers. So the most labor-intensive departments in your company drive the biggest portion of your overhead, and that is typically your service department. So the art of allocation, putting the overhead expense to the department that generated it, is not easy. It takes a lot of time and effort to learn to do that. Break-even requires understanding your technician's efficiency in billed hours to acquire your cost per billable hour to pay your tech's wages and benefits for the entire year just for the hours billed. For instance, we pay our techs 2,080 hours a year. But if they're 50% efficient, they can only bill 1,040. That means in that 1,040 hours, we have to recover all the money to pay not only their wage, but all of their burden, taxes, things of that nature, for the entire 2,080 hours. Overhead also has to be broken out to a cost per billable hour like we do labor. If we have X number of technicians who can bill X number of hours during the course of a year, we can take our service department overhead, divide it by those billed hours, and know exactly how much money we have to charge per billed hour to cover all the service department overhead at its current revenue. Adding established profit goals and adding money to fund for your growing business is necessary. You must base it on break-even. And if you do, you can grow a highly profitable service department. And that has been proven time and time again by some of the most successful companies in this country. You must know your break-even to come up with the correct service price. Use flat rate to deliver it to your consumers so that there's no confusion. Blow customers away with award-winning service, and as Henry Ford said, a business absolutely devoted to service will have only one thing to worry about: profits. They will be embarrassingly large, and it is true. Even the best service company that performed the best still must know their break-even. Do you know your break-even? Companies that have learned to price service correctly by getting a better business education, understanding departmentalized break-even, and understanding build labor efficiency are the companies that continue to grow and dominate in their market. If you're interested in continuing your education about the business side of your company, reach out to us at our Business Education Academy, either by emailing us at education@servicefusion.com or by picking up the phone and calling us. We look forward not only to talking to you, but helping you make your service department more profitable. Thanks, and have a great day.